Good day. My name is Chris Palmer with chrispalmer.org. In this video, I need to address two very crucial, critical mistakes that I see local business owners, perhaps like yourself, making every day, and you absolutely, positively need to stop. Now, before I get into the information, I want to point out chrispalmer.org. When you land on the website, you can click this button. It'll scroll you down to the list of everything we can help you with. We have live support Monday through Friday from 11 to 3. Enough about me. So two crucial mistakes that I see. Let me share with you two examples, and then I'll give you the remedy. How can you fix this? And also the thought process of why I'm mentioning these things to you and why it's a problem. So oftentimes what I see, and I don't know who these are, this is just examples to showcase a point. All right. Let me share this with you here. This is one of the biggest issues that I see. Now, I'm just using this as an example, but what I want to point out here is oftentimes business owners are trying to gain topical relevance. Now, they're trying to create topical relevance by answering every question under the sun, regardless of your industry, right? Like this, I'm showing you a law firm, but that doesn't mean it's this particular issue isn't plaguing pressure washers, chiropractors, dentists, personal injury lawyers, car accident lawyers, real estate investors, everybody. I have seen this issue happen to a ton of people, and I do not want it to happen to you. Now, the issue that I see specifically is that business owners are trying to achieve topical relevance or topical authority, and they're trying to answer every single question about everything and link it up to a primary service. Now, here's the issue here. If you create a massive amount of blogs that are not only outside of the scope of what exactly you do, what is your website? Is the sole purpose of your business to service your potential customers and or clients, or are you a blog? If I have more pages receiving traffic that are about information or a blog than I do high commercial intent keywords, what kind of site are you? The traffic of your website is the lifeblood of your website. The traffic that Google gives you is what Google thinks your website is about. So you might be getting a boatload of traffic, but how's your conversions? You may even have this issue on your website now. You have all this traffic. You may even be paying somebody to get you all of this traffic, create all these blogs, and they're doing a lot of work, and you might even be seeing an increase in traffic, but your phone calls aren't going up, are they? Right? This is because if I have a particular page on my website, the only purpose for that page is to drive helpfulness to my potential customers. In other words, if it doesn't drive the business dollars or it cannot directly help someone, right? Because you're a business. Unfortunately, we're in business here, right? So our only objective of a business is to help clients so we can earn, right? Right. So if I'm creating pieces of content, then this has to be information assisted selling. I cannot create random pieces of content in order to achieve some type of magical topical relevance and create content in its entirety about a topic if it's not going to help produce sales for my business. So here's a premium example, and this is what tends to happen. We have a business. You look down the list at the topical overview, and again, I don't know who this is. I just went out there and I was like, okay, let's look at the first one. It's the first one I saw. I brought it in, and who would have thought? The top performing keyword, oftentimes it's the brand name. That's another topic for another day. But the first keyword that drives the vast majority, their top keyword, is information. So this is hazards might a motorcyclist encounter. This is an individual blog article about hazards that a motorcycle might encounter, right? Now, the page that we might want to rank for this, the top level page, is motorcycle accident lawyer. Maybe, right? Are you with me so far? So when we're creating pieces of information, the information need to help assist the overall sale. What do I mean by this? Well, for each business that you're in, all right, it doesn't matter which business that you're in. Again, plumber, real estate, chiropractor, dentist. There's generally only a few questions that most commonly are going to be asked about your service. Those questions are this: who, what, when, why, where, how, and generally a best of. All right. Now, this one right here does not have to always happen, but this is an informational query that can oftentimes be served in high commercial intent places, like best car accident lawyer or car accident lawyer. The best of will show up inside of the car accident lawyer pages, right? It's an informational query that serves in high commercial. Now, when we have a particular topic, all right, it doesn't matter your topic, all right? If I have my website.com, okay, and I have a primary service in this instance, only this instance, but this applies to you, I assure you, car accident lawyer, okay? If I'm creating content, it's only there to assist. Who needs a car accident lawyer? What is a car accident lawyer? When should I hire a car accident lawyer? And I'm not saying that you need every single one of these articles, but in your niche, which type of information actually has volume? So here, let me show you something here. If you come inside this tool, this is SEMrush. Yes, I'm promoting them. I love SEMrush. All right. No, I don't have a link, but yes, this is SEMrush. If you come inside of here, let me show you something. All right. I wasn't going to get into this, but let me show you something. So if we want to create information about a high commercial intent keyword, well, what do I write? How do I know? Well, it's simple. Come inside of here, go to the keyword magic tool. All right. Every tool has their own variation of this. All right. I assure you. It's one of the easiest tools to create. I guess. I don't know. Right. But all the keyword tools have something like this. All right. So let's type in car accident lawyer. All right. Now, if I type in car accident lawyer, what types of questions are there that can be answered about the topic, aka supporting content, aka highly related content, aka supporting, building topical relevance that actually assists a sale? If I answer the questions that are specific about my thing, it's going to help assist the sale. It's going to help me build topical relevance, and it's going to help me become the authority. Why? Because I've answered every question about the specific thing. Now, when we take a look down this, take a look here. Okay, I missed one. There's a do. But if you look down the list of questions or information, it's always who, what, when, why, where, how, and maybe a best of. Take a look down the list. What is most relevant to you? Keyword magic tool. Questions, or sometimes you can look up information. It's very easy to lay out here. All right. Let me talk about the next thing that is plaguing business owners. And I see this all the time. All right. I hope that I've hammered home the first mistake that I see all of the time. We do not create blogs to create blogs. If I'm going to spend or allocate mental resource, time, energy, dollars towards something, I need to see an ROI. If the ROI is traffic that doesn't convert, I don't want that ROI. I only want to produce actual business for my clients, for you. All right? So if you're creating content, make sure it's supporting the main topic. Don't go off on another kilter. And oftentimes, if you want to go off, it could be included into your top level article, or it could be included into one of your informational pieces that is there to support the main idea. All right. So let's keep rolling here. So we've talked about this first issue. Now let me talk about the next issue that I see a lot, and I'll share with you another example. So this blog here, their top article, other than their brand name, their homepage, is an article that is about the hazards. It's not about who needs to hire a motorcycle accident lawyer. It's about the hazards. It's talking about oil on like how much do you think that traffic converts? Honestly, right? Well, they've done studies online. Generally, informational content converts at a 0.4%, where high commercial intent pages convert at 1% to 2%. On better pages, they convert at 4%, right? But informational converts at a much lower rate, way lower. Anyway, all niches and industries are different. Let's move on though. All right. So let's go into the next piece. So again, I don't know who this is or what it is. I literally went out to the web And I was looking in Miami. I was on a law firm. I was showing examples to a client. Okay, this is how this came about. What we're looking at here, and this is another issue. If we want to create local relevance, there is zero reason we should have dedicated pages talking about locations or fun things to do in the area. You're a law firm. You're a pressure washer. You're a chiropractor. Like, why and for what reason would somebody be coming to your law firm website or your pressure washing website, chiropractor, dentist, whatever you do, and care about the local museums that are nearby? Unless it's a pressure washing museum, right? And yes, I'm not saying that you're not going to get traffic by doing this. You will. But what's your goal here? Is the goal to get phone calls, leads, form fills, and be able to fulfill your staff's quota for payment? Or do you want to write blogs, right? I just want to point this out. Like, topical relevance is built or baked into the pages that we're creating. And I'll tell you how to fix this too. All right. Creating the topical relevance here is completely unnecessary. Plus, on top of that, these very light pages, just talking about something on a page with 300, 400 words, I assure you, does not build topical relevance or trust or authoritativeness. Not at all. Now, what we can do in order to remedy this, let's go back to our example. All right. Building top level pages speaking about ice cream shops, museums, things to do in the area, there are sites that handle that. So that's a no-no. On top of this, building dedicated pages that are dedicated to primary locations. For what reason? If the purpose of a website is to convert people and to help your potential customers, that's the only goal. Our goal is to help people in exchange for dollars, right? So if that's the objective, then what is the objective of having a page that's dedicated to a location, right? We can give location or we can talk about things, and I'll point this out to you. All right. So let's head back into our example. Now, how do we remedy this? Well, Chris, how do we get topical relevance within a page without building a page that's talking about a particular area? Let me talk about this. When we have a specific page, let's stay on car accident lawyer, for instance. Okay. So I have a website. All right. Let's get more in tune here. So we have law.com. Okay. Now I've shared an example similar to this. Law.com, we have law.com/car accident lawyer. Car accident lawyer page is all about car accidents, but more notably, the cities that we offer our services in. You with me so far? So let's just say that you operate in the state of, I don't know, Texas. Okay. So this is car accident lawyer, optimized for car accident lawyer in Texas. You with me so far? Great. Now, on top of this, I will also build a page, okay, that is going to target a specific location inside of that particular area. So in this case, we're in Texas. We're going to go to Houston. So I would literally have Houston. Okay. Now, you do not have to build a hard silo. You could build a floating silo. You do not have to have a hard structure in order to build top depth of concept. Okay. You can go either way. Doesn't matter. All right. So we have car accident lawyer optimized for Texas. Then we build car accident lawyer Houston. Now, how do we build local relevance, Chris? Well, there's a lot of things that we can do inside of the Houston page in order to build local relevance without talking about ice cream shops and museums. Let me share with you just a few of them. All right. So we're on the car accident lawyer page. All right. Now on the page, you have your H1, right? And you'll have car accident lawyer, right? You probably have a builder or you're using Duda or WordPress or something. But at the end of the day, if you look at the code, you'll see this, right? You have your title, right? So title, car accident lawyer Houston. You have this right here, H1, car accident lawyer Houston. You probably have H2s, right? So an H2. Am I on the same boat here? Car accident lawyer Houston, probably in Texas. You probably have another one that's going to be an H2 that's probably talking about near me, right? But then you have this thing called paragraph text. inside of the paragraph text, there's a lot of clear-cut things that we can talk about that will give relevance to a location without having to talk about coffee shops. Now, why don't we want to talk about coffee shops or ice cream or museum? Why? Because the traffic that Google gives us is what Google thinks our website is about. So if I have words showing up on my page that are talking about coffee shops, ice cream shops, or things that aren't relevant to Houston and car accident lawyers, I might potentially be misplaced inside of the rankings, or maybe Google will get confused and not rank my website because I'm not the most relevant, I'm not the most authoritative, and I'm certainly not trusted because I don't even know what's going on. But inside this page here, right? And here's what I mean by this. If you look at a page, see the densities, right? Inside of these words, if you look at top performing websites, they're not talking about ice cream shops, museums, and all this other stuff. Their density and what they're talking about in the actual page is about the primary service. Now, how do we build local relevance other than putting location information, state information, and primary key terms into the header tags? I'm going to lay this out and then I have to run. Okay. So here's what we'll do. So inside of our P tags, you can use things like zip codes that we service. Okay. P tags, county that we service. Like if we're doing a city, that city is in a county. We can also talk about towns, or what is called neighborhoods. Okay, so towns. I'll call it towns. In PA, we call it towns. I've heard other people call it neighborhoods. So inside of the P tag, paragraph text, the body text, we can talk about things like zip codes, counties, cities, states, and also on top of that, perhaps even towns. Now we're hyper relevant to the location and the primary term. And this is how you can remedy making a page all about just Miami or talking about things to do in Miami. No, we're a car accident lawyer. We're a law firm. I talk about being a law firm in Miami. Now, making that as relevant as possible should not include ice cream shops or museums. I'm using those examples just for fun, but I have seen this. So these are the two problems in recap. All right, I want to recap this. I want to keep this video as short as possible. One of the first things I see plaguing local business owners that please stop is going to be, let's talk about this, building a specific location page just about a location. If a page is on your website, it needs to be optimized. It has to have the ability to help somebody and help you. Right? Get phone calls, leads, form fills, the things that you're after. Okay? Every page on your site, there has to be a reason. It has to be optimized. It has to potentially help someone or help you drive business. The problem number 2 or problem number 1 in the video is creating blogs just to create blogs. No, the blogs are information-assisted selling. The only reason to create a blog is to assist the sale, to help your customer, to help them understand what you offer, where you do it, and how you're the best. That's it. Who, what, when, why, where, how. If you need a tool to help you understand which ones have traffic or which ones are most relevant, I like to use SEMrush. There's so many tools out there. I don't even want to get into it, but don't spend time learning tools and chasing things. Find something that works, find something that you like, and stick with it, because pretty much everything's the same. All right. So my name is Chris Palmer with chrispalmer.org. If you don't even want to think about this stuff, you want someone to handle this, reach out at chrispalmer.org. If you just have a question about this topic or anything else, local SEO, Google Maps, Facebook, Google Ads, anything, backlinks, citations, anything you could think of that can help your business, I'm here to help you. Please ask in the section below, and I look forward to seeing you in the next local SEO mistakes video. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye.